Dear students, today we will study about the chemical species. So first we know about the chemical species, what a chemical species is. It is actually an atom or an ion or a molecule and a free radical that take part in chemical reaction. So we can say that, in other words, if an atom is taking part in a chemical reaction or an ion is taking part in a chemical reaction or molecule or free radical is taking part in reaction, in that specific case, that specific species is called as a chemical species. In our today lecture, we will discuss about an ion, as we have already discussed separately about the atom in detail, and we also study about the molecule or molecular ion and the free radical. So in today's class or in today's lecture, we will study about the ion, molecular ion and free radical. So first we start with an ion. We know that an atom or an atom is a neutron particle, that is, it has the equal number of protons and electrons. Proton and electron is equal. Let us take an example of carbon. So it will have proton 6 and electron 6. So as the proton has a positive charge and the electron has a negative charge, so they cancel each other effect, and as a result ultimately the atom is a neutral particle. However, sometimes this balance is disturbed. That is, the number of electron an atom loses electron or gain electron. It lost electron or gain electron. By doing this, it either gain a positive charge or a negative charge. So when an atom lost electron or gain electron, a positive or negative charge appear on an atom, and this form as an ion. If we look at the two possibilities when an atom lost electron or gain electron, let us take an example. If there is an atom which is neutral, and when it, first example we take it as a neutral atom. This is neutral atom. Neutral atom. When it lost electron. When atom lost electron. So by losing an electron, it get a positive charge on an atom, or positive charge appeared on an atom, and this positively charged particle is called as, in chemistry, cation. On other hand, when an atom gain electrons, so a negative charge appeared on an atom, and it is called as an anion. Interestingly, one thing in mathematics we see that, or we have observed that, when something is added to anything, then it is represented with positive sign. Let's suppose if a boy has 6 chocolate and it got 6 more chocolates, So number will be 12. So in positive, in mathematics we see that the positive mean addition. However, in chemistry it is reverse. When an atom lost electron, it got a positive charge, and when an atom gain electron, so in addition of electron, the charge is negative. Now we discuss a little about the cation and anion. Cation, first cation. As discussed above, when an atom lost electron, so it become positively charged, and positively charged particle is called as an cation. If we look at the example, hydrogen, when an hydrogen atom, which is a neutral particle, when a hydrogen atom lost an electron, lost one electron from its outermost shell, it becomes positively charged. Similarly, when sodium atom lost an electron, one electron, it becomes positively charged. And if we look at the example of magnesium, when magnesium atom is in neutral state, as it belongs to the second group, so it has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, so it loses 2 electrons. So when it loses 2 electrons, the charge will also be plus 2, and it will form a magnesium ion. Now we look at the example of anion. It is just reverse of, opposite to that of cation. When an atom gain electron, and it become negatively charged, then it is called as an anion. Usually on the very right side of the periodic table, the elements which are present, they give anion. If we look at the example of fluorine, when fluorine atom got 1 electron, it gives a fluorine anion. Similarly, when chlorine atom get 1 electron, it become chlorine anion or chlorine ion. Now the next class of the chemical species we will study about is molecular ion. Molecular ion. Up till now we have studied about the ion formation in elements. When there is a loss or gain of electron, then there is a loss, as the name indicates, loss or gain of electron, in which molecules. It is called as an molecular ion. The example of the molecular ion are CH4, CH4 plus, and the other example of CO plus 1. These are molecular ion. This is lost electron, it form a cationate molecular ion. Cationate molecular Then when a molecule gain electron, if we look at the example of alcohols molecular ion, when it gain electron, it got a negative charge on it, and this form an anionic molecular ion. Now we study about, last but not least, the free radicals. If we look at its definition, it is an atom. Or it may be a group of atom. What property it has when an atom or group of atom, when it becomes free radical? When it has a single unpaired electron, single unpaired electron, then it is called as an free radical, and it has no charge. We have, when an atom or group of atom become free radical, it has two conditions. The first condition is when it has single unpaired electron. The first condition is when it has single unpaired electron, and it has no charge. If it has a charge, then it become, if it is an atom, then it will become an ion, and if there is a group of atom, then it will become a molecular ion. While when it has a single unpaired electron and no charge, then it is called as an free radical. We will clarify it by taking some example. For example, when a chlorine molecule, we make it little clear by, if there is one chlorine and there is another chlorine. So, and if there is a shared electron by one chlorine atom and this is another chlorine atom. So, how this free radical is formed? When this bond is broken, so one of the chlorine atom took both of its electron. Let us, chlorine plus fluorine, this electron and this electron. Now it has a single free radical. If we assume that this is the electron of left side chlorine atom and this is the electron of right side chlorine atom, and if one of the chlorine atom take its other chlorine atom shared electron, then it forms a free radical. So it has taken the electron from this chlorine atom and it become a free radical, and a free radical is denoted by putting a dot. How it is denoted? If we took this example, so it will be represented by putting a dot over an species, chemical species, so it forms a free radical. Now it represents a free radical. The free radical are highly reactive species. When they react with any of the other compound or any other molecule, the chain of reaction starts, and this chain never stop until and unless it substitute all the other atom or other element in a compound. If we took the example of methane, when a methane is reacted with free radical, it substitute one of its hydrogen CH3 and chlorine plus its one. These are two free radical. To make it little clear, so one of the chlorine free radical will substitute its hydrogen atom and replace its hydrogen, and the other chlorine will combine the eliminated hydrogen and form an HCl molecule. So this chain of reaction continues until and unless all the hydrogen atoms are replaced and and the final situation which will appear will be in such a form, that is CCl, Cl, Cl and Cl, and the final molecule will be HCl. So it will form as carbon, and there are 4 chlorine, carbon tetrachloride, Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. Thank you.